welcome back, everyone. It's New Mutator joined by Switch here in the Winter Series 2016 match between the Syndicate and Vaalbara. It's the lower bracket match. Um, like I was saying earlier, there's three teams remaining. This is actually Game 5. I think Game 4 is the film that we're missing. That's the Venice Allies game. Uh, so we just went ahead and decided to bring you this exclusive match because the films are not yet available with the the uh, the games that we did have, which is every game except for the Venice game. So we'll bring you everything else. But the only thing you need to know really is that the Venice game went the way of Vaalbara. And so now the series is tied up at 2 games apiece. We're in Game 5. To Maryland, it's captures. So a ball game here in the Winter Series. See how it goes. Once again, the players on each team, we're going to have for Vaalbara, GKG captaining. HMP is going to be playing Kruniak, Kron, Limp, Osmodian, and perhaps Dak is going to be playing. I'm not sure. He might be observing. As looks like there is 2 observers on the opposing team. So yeah, probably Dak is observing. I'm not sure if he's on the team or not. Opposite them, Paris going to be leading the Syndicate with Rar, Demolition, Akira, Evil Jake, and Adrenaline. So Cryptos and Indicator, I think, are observing.
Yeah, you've got very similar trades. Looks like Syndicate got more goals.
Yeah, looks like they got 15 goals.
Or no, very, very close actually. Yeah, maybe even less.
Yeah, 18 goals for Vaalbara. So there is going to be a slight difference here. Looks like 6 whites apiece. One journeyman going to use up all his heals on all of those whites. Looks like actually Syndicate has an edge here with their melee.
Yeah, GKG picked up one additional dwarf. I think taking up a few of those melee points.
Yeah, and I think he has 2 fewer Stygian Knights and maybe 3 fewer warriors in order to have a couple more goals. So that's going to be the difference in trades. 1 extra dwarf, 3 extra goals, 3 fewer warriors, and 2 fewer Stygian Knights for Vaalbara compared
Yeah,
with
GKG
Syndicate
is
1.
planning to get the balls back to home, I think he says in the chat.
I didn't see. But ideally, what's going to happen is they're going to grab the center ball and dribble it back along with their side balls. Really, the center ball is going to be the game-winning ball. If whoever grabs that is going to have the edge. Since there's
I'm
nobody to
going to
tie.
say it's probably going to be GKG. He's got more goals coming in.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They only Syndicate for some reason. Paris only sending 1 goal. I think because I'm not sure why. Actually, I'm not sure why he only sent 1 in. And GKG, instead of picking up Puss, he sends in the whole pack.
Ball captured.
Yeah, Paris going to lose that goal, perhaps?
Ball captured.
Yeah, but I mean, GKG's got to get out of here because he split the team up. Whereas you notice Paris is coming in with this massive melee force, all mid pretty much.
Captured.
True, but I think, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a huge rush mid for Paris, but at the same time, that exposes their backfield. So they have to, the element of surprise is with them, but it's not going to last very long.
You'll note, though, the rest of Vaalbara is pulling back.
Yep, and they are up by 1 ball. They were able to get the kill on Paris's goal, so now they have 4-goal advantage.
Yeah, GKG's dwarf advantage is going to come into play here.
Oh, yeah. He's going to have to pick up the pus really fast. I mean, the thing to remember is that all this pus is just sitting on their home. he has to run back with the goals. So I'm not sure, but I want to say that Syndicate do have the advantage currently in that their goals have pus, while Vaalbara's do not. For the moment, anyway.
Yeah, Sin has now made it almost entirely across. They've got their whole force set up. Well, this could be over fast. I mean, holy smokes.
Yeah, like I said, they have the element of surprise. They're throwing down the pus. They have the advantage with their goals. Now is the time. And GKG might not have time to pick up his pus.
Adrenaline just took out one of, I think it was HMP's Dwarf. Nice play with a pus goal.
You know, GKG has 22%.
Holy smokes.
So, let's see. None of his goals have pus.
There's still pus just sitting there. This is incredible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if Syndicate realizes that they have this advantage, then they need to make something of it soon. Otherwise, their advantage is going to diminish with time.
It looks like they're going for the classic surround.
Okay, so far so good, but really this is going to enable GKG to move in and pick up his pus.
Yeah, they shouldn't. I agree with you. They shouldn't give him any time here. They should be pressuring right now, which it looks like they're going.
And actually, no. So far, still the advantage for GKG in terms of balls, but we'll see how long that lasts.
There, Paris blowing all the pus.
He sees the pus and blows it all up. Actually, that's going to put up the Syndicate by quite a lot. He took up a number of Stygian Knights on top of it.
You got a full rush going. Everybody's exploding. Unbelievable.
Oh my God! I didn't see what that was, but I guess they put him on top of some satchels or something. 82-63%. Huge advantage here for the Syndicate. Oh, so Rar actually got pus. The tables are going to be turned on him. But we're going to see Adrenaline still has his dwarf, so he's probably going to get some shots off here. He takes out, whose dwarf was that? HMP's dwarf. He's going to take out some melee too, perhaps.
Kruniak and Limp are trying to push up Rar. Looks like they're doing a good job. More pus going down from Limp in the north.
72-50%, and actually Syndicate has the lead.
Yeah, Adrenaline doing excellent work with his dwarf, blowing up Limp.
Oh yeah, that's what you want to have happen if you have that dwarf. You don't want that dwarf just sitting idle.
They've got every ball contested except one.
Yeah, they're doing quite well. They're able to bait some units in. Actually, they still have both of their dwarves. Taking out that pus was crucial.
GKG saying we had no counter pus. That was the mistake.
Oh, that was huge. That was huge. I don't think GKG realized the gamble that he took. And that's it. That's game. All 7 balls are taken by the Syndicate, and really Vaalbara has nothing. They have nothing. They're down to 7%, and Syndicate still has most of their forces remaining, and that's really the advantage of pus there. And also too, the way that it was destroyed was just spectacular.
You gotta say, I mean, Paris nailed that one. He had the superior strat, the rush strat worked out perfectly. And when he spotted the pus just sitting there, immediately took it out. Really great play.
Well, it wasn't immediately, if you think about it. I mean, they waited. They were baiting. They were actually waiting for somebody from Vaalbara to try to pick it up or to get close to that pus pile, and then they took it out. So
you're right.
That actually worked out perfectly for them. It gave them the early advantage on top of the pus advantage, and they were able to exploit that magnificently for a very decisive win. And so, you know, I think the gamble there for GKG was, yes, he grabbed that mid ball, but in order to do that, he sacrificed the early pus, you know, grabbing that early pus. And that ended up biting him in the butt, so to speak. Not
Yeah, I
working out
think
for Vaalbara at all.
he must have expected another similar to kind of game one play, like a sort of a stalemate, and that he'd
Yeah.
have time to really get back there. So I don't think he anticipated that rush at all.
Yeah, I think Syndicate realized that, by losing that ball, they they couldn't really afford Vaalbara, to let Vaalbara just have the time to place it wherever they wanted. They had to they had to basically blitz across, shadow the ball and try to take it back at some point, and they just followed it all the way back to GKG's home position, and just realized they had the advantage there, spread out a little bit, and just went for it, and it worked out. It's a pretty good game, if I say so myself.
Yeah, check the stats. Looks like
Adrenaline
uh,
huge,
yeah,
53. That's like half their damage. 19 kills, 6 losses. I mean, his dwarf was doing work.
he's
Uh,
got he's got 7 kills on the dwarf alone.
oh yeah, yeah. It's almost dead, but I mean, it more than made up. It more than paid for it. It's unit trading points.
Yeah, you'll note Akira, interestingly enough, has a perfectly healthy dwarf with no kills on it. On the other hand, he's got 20 damage, so I think playing with a little more melee.
Yeah, he's doing something, but yeah, I mean that dwarf could have been doing piling on the work there, but I guess it was more just there to keep. I guess its very presence just kept Vaalbara out of position, and they were able to capitalize elsewhere.
Note again, Evil Jake, big numbers.
Oh yeah, 11 kills, 4 losses, 25 damage. That's second highest on his team. It's pretty
He's
huge.
right in the middle of a melee fight with, I guess it would have been, probably Kruniak, I think.
Let,
HMP.
let's check out Kruniak. 6 kills, 9 losses, 1 damage. Not
Whew,
sure how that
how
happens.
that's possible, yeah.
Maybe he had the journeyman.
Yeah, or blew up some of his own units, possibly. I don't know.
Oh, the satchel. The maybe his dwarf getting past that satchel explosion. That was huge.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
what I'm
quite see
thinking.
what it was. I would have to go back and look at the replay in slow motion to see exactly how that happened. But that was on top of the fact that their pus exploded. That was pretty huge. That set them back at least 20 percentage points between both of those.
Yeah, decisive, very decisive game.
Let's see who else. I mean, interestingly enough, GKG had the most damage for his team. Although I will say, since he had 22%, it's not surprising, uh, and it came at the cost of 23 units. So, not very good numbers there for him.
A lot of goals though. You got to say. I mean, he had that big goal pack with the
Sure,
mid.
yeah, absolutely. But without Puss, their utility is very limited.
Do you think he was overconfident here?
I think so. I think the way he saw this game playing out in his mind, he anticipated a more conservative game on the part of his opponents, and they didn't let up from the get go. And I think
Yeah,
I think he didn't anticipate that.
we got to note that of course they were coming off a win on the Venice game, so I feel
Yeah,
like the
true.
Syndicate they're liable. That's their kind of style, right? They're very liable coming off a loss to just like throw everything in. Say let's show these guys.
Well, the other thing to keep in mind is that they have adrenaline, and adrenaline and Paris are somewhat impatient players. They like to have something happening, and they like to make things happen. So, I think that contributes a little bit to that. They
Yeah,
don't
very
they don't they don't
offensive
like to
team.
they don't like to take a loss lying down. They like to, if they're gonna lose, they're gonna lose spectacularly. So most of the time, anyway. I don't know. Maybe that's not fair to say all the time, but that seems to be the case in the games that I've casted with them.
Hey, well, here they went all in and it worked.
It did work.
So
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be game 4. Next up's gonna be game 5. So far, Syndicate is up 3 games to 2. They're looking pretty good. All they need is one more win, and they got the match. And we'll see how it goes in the next game.
Oh yeah.
Game.